God, I hate how like the light from the blinds are just shining on me right now. It looks weird with the green screen. I'm sorry. Namaste, friends. Down Dog Yoga is often hailed as one of the best apps for yoga. It is an app that allows you to generate a custom yoga workout session. With its high level of customizability and a decently low price, it's got a staggering almost 300,000 ratings with an average rating of 4.9 stars. Does Down Dog Yoga truly deserve this praise?
For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
Before I get into Down Dog Yoga specifically, I wanted to talk about Down Dog the company. That is what you truly get with your purchase. See, you don't just get Down Dog Yoga from subscribing, you get a subscription to all of the company's applications. When subscribing, you get access to 6 apps for just $10 a month or $60 per year. These apps are yoga, which I'm reviewing now, meditation, running, bear, HIIT, and prenatal yoga. I plan on reviewing all of the company's suite of apps, so look forward to that in the next coming year. Well, I plan on reviewing all of the company's apps, everything except for prenatal yoga, which I can't obviously explore, being, a man. The company itself is actually super well known due to a ton of support and is very vocal in the yoga community. They have done such things as raising money for Ukraine and offering steep student discounts just to promote people to go to college, and making the app free for healthcare workers during the pandemic. It's pretty cool that a smaller company is trying to do what they deem is important through various charitable acts, even though if those acts kind of benefit the company in the end of the day. Hey, everybody wins here. At one point, they even went after Apple for their incredibly stupid rule of forcing apps to use the Connect feature to implement free trials. That's when you go to the free trial and then you get to see, oh, it's right there on the app in your settings. I hate it. I gotta give Down Dog a big thumbs up for biting the hand that feeds them, just like a dog. Hey, that explains their logo. Also, as an app developer, let me say that Apple's rules are just so stupid. Thank God I develop mostly Windows desktop apps. We live in the good life over here. Before getting to Down Dog You the app, let me talk about the company some more. One thing I didn't like about the company as a whole was their lack of support. I was facing tech issues with casting to my TV, and I wanted to see what specific support issues they can provide. Their page states, however, that they can't promise a reply even from paying customers like me, even if we are, higher up on the priority chain. I didn't even get an email notification or a ticket number when I reached out to support. As someone who used to work in tech support, a good system will automatically generate these emails and numbers to provide tracking feedback for issues. Meaning, they probably have it sent to some email inbox and have someone manually review those, which is a bad practice. Bad support overall is a mark against the company. So far, in my glances at their apps, it seems that casting is actually an issue for all of them, even though I can cast from other apps such as Safari, YouTube, and Vimeo super easily.
Come to a gentle stop. Hand and knee back to the mat.
Now that we discussed the company, let's get into the Down Dog Yoga app itself. Down Dog Yoga is one of the company's flagship products and has a free trial for those who want to give it a shot. Down Dog Yoga is a workout generator that allows for a surprisingly amount of customizability. When opening the application, you just need to start off by signing up for an app account, and then you get to working out. Again, this logon works for all of the company's apps. You can choose to adjust the main components of practice from this main page before you get to go and do yoga. I'm going to go ahead and go over all of the components here just to explain it. The main circle in the middle controls the session length, which goes from 4 minutes to a full 80-minute yoga marathon. Pulling up on the menu, you get to see items separated into 3 different sets of menu options. Those are practice, timing, and the ever-important music. The type will be what version of yoga you want to do. From restorative to sleep meditation and Ashtanga, I think I'm saying that right, you have many different forms of yoga you can pick from through the app. One thing in particular that I thought was cool is this chair yoga option for those mostly with mobility issues or who can't stand up during the practice for that long. I have never seen something like this before, so I have to give it huge props to the company for thinking of those with disabilities. Across from type is the level of expertise you are at. It has 5 levels from beginner, brand new, to yoga advanced. Below that line is the voice option that adjusts the different voice actors behind your moves. The instruction level here is to give you the option of holding the poses in silence or providing tips and feedback through the practice. A feature that should be really standardized across all exercise apps. Yes, I'm referring to you, Wii Fit. Your instructors are annoying me. Watch me rant about that in my Wii Fit review. The boost area is a cool section that targets a specific body area. You won't exclusively hit that area, but you will get about 10 to 50% of poses that will focus on that area. I would say, in my experience, depending on the time and length of your session. You can choose from lower back stretches to these neck stretches, oh god, which I definitely need right now, all the way down to your butt, foot, and ankle stretches. I enjoyed trying out each one of these, and I really enjoyed using all the different boosts, especially the neck ones. I am a software developer, so I'm at the desk for 10 hours per day, so I really need some neck workouts. Lastly, in some types of practice, you get a secondary boost to target a different body part. These options will change based on the type of practice you'd like to hit. So I honestly recommend going through all of them and seeing which ones you like. If you're a beginner like me, I had no idea what type of yoga I'd like to do. It turns out after doing them all, restorative is my guy. Under the timing area, you can change your pace or transition speed. That is the timing between poses, going from fast, so down dog, or spring up, sun salutations, or like a slower pace where you just slowly get up, sun salutations. Sometimes, depending on the type, you can adjust how long you want to hold each pose. It goes from pretty short to longest rather than a specific time frame in seconds. That makes sense as the app has to calculate the different poses and try and fit in whatever time restraints that you set in the circle area, but I would prefer a spot where you can have it set in seconds. Lastly, you can set your savasana, which is how long you want to hold the final resting pose. Usually, and depends on the practice, but usually it's either laying on the floor like this or you're in child's pose. I believe for the one I did, restorative yoga, which is my favorite, you just kind of lay in that full body laying on the floor pose. Moving on to the music section, you'll be able to select your preferred type of music. Choices include alt beats, spiritual, acoustic guitar, piano, and string music. A noteworthy feature of the music in this app is that it features music from familiar artists. I came across songs by the likes of The Beatles, Passenger, and John Mayer. all three of those guys are just on equal grounds. This offerings is a big refreshing change from the typical stock music found in these apps. You know, you get to actually do yoga to yesterday. All my feelings were out of the way. One feature that I desire that I've seen in another app, 6-pack abs in 30 days, watch my review, is the ability to import a playlist from the music app. While you can choose none option and play music from any source such as your music app, you won't have the same in-app options as with the app's integrated music choices. So I would prefer eventually an update comes in that would let me play the playlist, kind of like how the 6-pack app in 30 days does it. Once you pick out your exercises, it's time to get into the poses. You have the singular model who does an excellent job getting into some crazy poses for us to follow. It was mentioned that they will get a second model at some point, but for now, she does an absolute amazing job doing these poses. The videos you see on screen is from auto-generated based on the options chosen in that previous screen, and everything looks and flows great, so much better than something like a yoga master does, which kind of has you reset to each pose. You can easily skip to different parts of the workout, adjust the volume controls, and more. After the workout, you can save it as one of your favorites. Otherwise, that workout routine specifically is just gone forever and you just generate a new one. They have a stat calendar that works across all apps and a history mode as well that works across all apps. There are extensive options to choose from. One thing that I thought would be cool in this app that turned out to be disappointed was the ability to add the practice as part of Apple Fitness. I love it when apps do it, and I always turn it on by default. But the weird thing with Down Dog is that they don't actually have a calorie estimator in any of these apps. Hence, when you do the Apple Fitness plugin, what it does, it'll write 0 calories burned for any of the exercises you do, even if you are doing the running app. It's just bad. Calorie estimates is a standardized thing in this year, 2023, and the most popular app, Down Dog Yoga, doesn't have it. Again, I hate to keep saying this, but Smurfs Dance Party had calorie estimates back in 2011. Besides these downfalls, over the 60 days, I was in love doing this challenge. I had an absolute blast discovering the different types of yoga and doing the exercises. To the sides of me are the sheets for the past 60 days. As you can see, my most common style of yoga is restorative, which focuses on like the stretches. Again, I'm a software developer with neck problems. It's just so stiff all the time. I can just get all the stretches I can get. I'll admit it was a bit frustrating not having like a direct beginner path to kind of like explore all these options and tell you what's going on. I am someone who, besides a few reviews, have never really done yoga before, so this app is not really aimed at me. This app is aimed at people who know more about this practice than I do, and I feel that paths and like article system, kind of like an introduction to yoga type thing, provided by the app could help bridge the gap between us noobs and people who understand and know what yoga is. But again, that's my small gripe. I have to give my approval rating to Down Dog Yoga. It was a great workout, and I look forward to completing the company's other apps, and I hope that they can achieve the high bar set by this one. So guys, that's it for today's review on Down Dog Yoga. This was a requested review, so if you have any apps, products, or any challenges within the realm of self-improvement you want me to tackle, then leave them in the comments below. I will do pretty much any challenge provided that isn't illegal. While you are there, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Visit my website at jack-jenkins.com. Follow me on Twitter, or X as it's called now, and Instagram at TrueJackJank. Lastly, I want all you guys watching to have an amazing day. You guys are all incredible, and guess what? Whether you're doing down dog, a different style of yoga, or different exercises in general, we can all improve together.